We need to cultivate a gentleness with ourselves as we're starting to heal. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Hermione, our new kitten. You can tell that my family likes cats and we like Harry Potter, maybe a little too much. And I thought this was a good episode to talk about gentleness. Do you want to go? Okay, you go play. I thought today we'd talk about gentleness. Because when we're healing, I see so many people make, the mistake of having this critical lens as they're trying to heal. And I'm no different. I've functioned in the same way for a long time. I can be really self-critical. But truly, it won't matter what strategy you use or how good the technique is or how much research supports the therapy that you're doing. If you have this critical lens behind everything that you're doing. And so really be careful about this. I know Kristen Neff has talked about how self-improvement can almost be kind of aggressive in its way, where we're aggressively trying to be better and do better. And we want to watch this. And so cultivating gentleness with ourselves can be really healing in itself. Because self-criticism, what it will do is it will cause your brain and nervous system to feel more in danger. And so a lot of times when I've seen people, work with their emotions, they have this critical lens behind it, and then they never feel safe with their emotions because they're critical of them. They're critical that they feel a certain way, that their healing should be happening quicker, that they should be able to allow emotions to flow through them in an easier way. And that's just not the case. Everyone's healing takes time and everyone's healing is different. And by criticizing our own experience as we're trying to work through things and as we're trying to unlearn our pain or symptoms, we'll actually just prolong everything. So what we need to do is cultivate a gentleness with ourselves. And what I mean by this is it's almost the lens that you're relating to yourself with. So for myself, a lot of times I can get very perfectionistic about all the things I need to do to heal. And this causes chaos in my life and it causes chaos for my own healing. And so instead, even this morning, I felt this pressure that I should, meditate, that I should, really get into a good place for the day. But I didn't want to do any of that. What I wanted to do was go to the steam room and relax and not think about work for half an hour before I started working again. And so that's what I did. And that's what I mean is I wasn't criticizing myself into doing more of my healing activities or doing more somatic tracking or attending to my emotions, because all of this criticism just makes us really intense and will worsen your pain. And I've seen this happen for a lot of people. And so a gentleness is just the way that you're going about relating to yourself. For example, even the other day, I remember I was feeling really angry. And oh my goodness, Hermione's back. Say hi. There you go. The other day, I was feeling really angry. And, just because of circumstances in my life. And at first I caught myself. I started to get critical that I was angry and that I shouldn't be feeling this way. Because even for myself, even though I teach this stuff all day, it's easy to get into that pattern. And so what I did was I just allowed myself the space to be angry. And I was gentle with myself. I told myself, other people feel this way sometimes. If other people were going through a similar circumstance, they would be feeling like this as well. And so I just validated the fact that I was angry, and then I gave myself the space to feel that and allow myself to feel that. And again, it wasn't this perfect technique that I was doing, but there was a gentleness I was doing with myself to take care of myself and how I was feeling. And it's the same way. This is why I did this video with Hermione, because I think about how I relate to like a little kitten. You know, she's scared. We just brought her home today, and she's scared because we have other cats in the home. It's terrifying. There's a big, scary house. It's kind of like the big, scary world that we live in. And as a result, we take it easy. That's why she's locked in my office right now. We don't overwhelm her. And I take time to soothe her and talk to her nicely and softly. And it's the same attitude that we need to have with ourselves. A lot of times when I notice myself getting critical, I think about how I relate to my cats, which by now on this channel, you know I love cats, but also how I relate to my children. And there's this gentleness to it in the way that I relate to them. There's a great technique, it's really simplistic, that Kristen Neff talks about, of how you would treat a friend. And so in situations when you're being critical of yourself, it's thinking like, how would you treat a friend? And in that situation where I was angry a few days ago, you know, how I would treat a friend is exactly what I ended up doing. I'd allow my friend the space to talk about what they're feeling. I would do everything I could to let them know that their feelings are valid. And then I would just, you know, maybe say a few kind things and just be there to support them. And, you know, how we would treat a friend, I've used lots in the past with clients, because I think it's such an easy way that we can flip it, that we can flip away from being critical. Because if it was someone else feeling the way that we were feeling or going through what maybe you're going through right now, we would probably treat them different than how we treat ourselves. So for the remainder of the week, maybe spend a little time trying to cultivate a gentleness. It could be as simple as, you know, focusing on your breathing, taking a few deep breaths, and, you know, using soothing touch, like putting your hand on your chest and just sitting like that for 5 minutes. A great technique that I always like to do is inhale and then exhale, and try to make the exhale basically twice as long as your inhale, because this helps create a sense of safety in the nervous system. And so I do that. I do that maybe for 5 minutes, just using soothing touch. And by doing this, you're cultivating a gentleness with yourself. You're cultivating self-compassion. So I hope this video was helpful. Please put your questions or comments down below. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Want to say bye? Want to say bye? Say bye. See ya.